Just flagged this officer over. I want to make sure his unmarked car is legal.
Yes, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
How are you?
Good. Hey, the reason I stopped you today is because I saw this car was unmarked. Is this a registered unmarked vehicle for undercover work, or? Okay, you're not allowed to have patrol cars that are unmarked. Are you aware of that under Washington State RCW?
I'd have to look it up, but...
Yeah, you really should do that. So there's no market, there's no indication on this car. Okay, what's your name? Canfield?
Deputy Canfield.
Okay, Deputy Canfield. Can I see some ID?
Can you see some ID of
Yes.
me?
Yeah, I need to make sure that you're... No, you need to prove you're driving an unmarked vehicle, so I need to make sure you're actually a police officer and that you have the authority to be driving this vehicle, because you seem to be kind of doing something that's clearly in violation of Washington State law. So I just want to make sure you are who you say you are, okay?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Mr. Sun, I'm not gonna play the game with you.
This isn't a game. It's called law.
Okay.
Yeah. So can I see some ID and maybe license, registration, proof of insurance, sir?
No, I'm not gonna show you that. Yeah, this is my ID right here.
That's not ID, sir.
Yeah. Well, this
If I showed you a badge, if you stopped me, would you take that as ID? Come on. Let's be reasonable. Anybody can have a patch, sir.
Okay. What about?
Is it a big deal for you to show me some ID just so I can make sure?
I can show it to you.
That'd be cool. That's all I want. I just like to make sure. Canfield GT51. Can I see?
Yeah, you can see it. You're not gonna hold it in your hand though.
Okay. Let me just get a close look at it there.
It's fine. Does that match this?
That looks legit to me. I appreciate it. I do. I really do.
Driver's license?
You got a driver's license too. I appreciate it.
I do.
I appreciate the cooperation. Are you stopping people in this vehicle?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. It's completely in violation of Washington State law, and you are culpable in that, the way the law is written.
Okay,
So you've admitted that you are in violation of Washington State law and that you are stopping people in this vehicle. So what I'm going to encourage you to do, I'm not gonna write you up today. What I am going to encourage you to do is take this car back. I know you're smiling, but we the citizens do have a right to hold you guys accountable. If I'm in open violation of the law, I mean, I could call a sheriff out here and demand that you be written up for this, because you are in open violation of Washington State RCWs. Okay?
Okay.
So I just want you to talk to the sheriff about it. There's a problem with this in Soap Lake as well, and this is why I'm bringing this up lately. I really want you guys to be aware of this. I want you to follow along. Do you understand the safety concern? I mean, let's say it's 12 o'clock at night, my daughter's out driving around, and she doesn't drive yet, but you get the idea. And she gets stopped by what is supposedly a police officer, but there's no markings whatsoever, and that's one of the main reasons you should not be stopping people in a car that's unmarked, because that's when the safety concern really comes in. Somebody doesn't know if they're being stopped by a police officer. So understand that every time you stop somebody in this car, you are in violation of Washington State law, and you can't do that. So if we see you stopped in this car and have doing patrol stops in this car, we're going to have a problem because it's illegal. If you continue doing this, you could be arrested for that.
I could be arrested for driving an unmarked car?
For driving an illegal vehicle and refusing to comply?
Okay.
Are you saying that if somebody else was driving an illegal vehicle and wouldn't cooperate, that they wouldn't be arrested?
How are you comparing? I mean, it's kind of apples to oranges.
It's not apples and oranges. You're driving a vehicle on Washington State roads, on a Washington State highway, and it's in violation of the law, and you're accountable to the law just the same as me and anybody else is, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's publicly owned, any publicly owned vehicle, including county, police, and it opens up with directing at the officer specifically. So, and that's the key for you. So you want to read this, because even if they give you an unmarked vehicle, you're legally obligated to not operate that unmarked vehicle, because the law is defined at the officer and says you, as the officer, shall not operate the vehicle on the public roadways, a publicly owned vehicle that's not legally marked.
That's good to know.
Just follow up on it and let's just get it taken care of. It doesn't have to be a big deal. And I understand that there's certain instances, as is referenced in the law, where there is exemptions, but patrol vehicles are not included in that. So, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. You be safe out there, Mr. Canfield. Take care. Is how you stop a police officer. He was driving by. I flagged him over. Some people may say, well, this is petty. Leave the officers alone. Yeah, but it's not petty to hold our police accountable. And this isn't just one issue. This isn't just about police or sheriff. It's not one thing. It's accountability. It's the lawlessness we see all across America, where government disdains the people and disdains the law and thinks that they're above the law. We can't allow that. We, the people, are the sentinels of our liberty. The Constitution is a law that we placed on government. We, the people, must hold them accountable to the law. These guys are obligated to respect law and liberty and to follow the rules that we, the people, placed upon them.
Well, despite this incident occurring back in December, it only came to light now thanks to a Freedom of Information Act request and a tip. Investigators say the video shows an off-duty Meriden police officer with more than 20 years of law enforcement experience reaching into a citizen's vehicle and punching him in the face. That's when Ganter got out of his truck, flashed his badge, and approached Brocuglio.
Right on red. Really? Where does it say that? It says stop here on red.
Corporal Ganter began taking pictures of Brocuglio's license plates. Brocuglio accused Ganter of being on his phone as the confrontation escalated.
I saw you looking down doing everything else. No, I was moving something in my bag.
Ganter then threatens to give Brocuglio a ticket and call his supervisor.
Sure, sounds good. Let me get your badge number. You want to get arrested? You're going to get arrested for assault on a civilian.
Ganter drove away as Brocuglio placed a call to Rocky Hill Police.
Rocky Hill 911, the officer emergency.
Yeah, I was just assaulted by a police officer who punched me in the face through my window.
Is he pressing charges against me, like for breach?
Yes.
Like, 'cause I yelled at him and stuff?
For assault, because you hit him.
Saying that I did it.
And he has video that you hit him.
Conduct, and as a result was suspended for 5 days without pay and will be required to attend de-escalation training for 3 consecutive years. And after issuing that statement, the Meriden police did also say they would not be addressing this issue any further, nor would they be making anyone available for an on-camera interview.
This is Tina Height, a resident of Columbia County. So she apparently called the sheriff's office because she had an issue with something related to domestic violence. So they walk up to the front yard to knock on her door. And Williams stands back while another deputy knocks on the door. The door opens, a couple of dogs walk out on the front porch, and Height explains that they won't bite the deputies, that they're not violent or whatever. So Williams immediately freaks out, shouts, "Get back, get your dog, I'll kill this mother effer." He fires his gun in the air, which is already dangerous and reckless. She begins trying to gather the dogs, probably terrified that she'll be murdered in a second. The Pomeranian escapes and runs towards Williams. He tries to shoot it, hits her. She shouts, "You shot me," begins writhing in pain, telling the deputies to get away from her. She's probably terrified that they'll finish her off, saying she's scared of them.
Get back, get your dog, I'll kill him. Get your dog, you better get that, get your dog, I'll kill him. You better get your house. Get back, you better get back, I'll kill him. Get back, get back. I shot who? I didn't shoot her.
Yes, you did!
This is who you called, Tina.
Oh my God! Call it! He shot my head! Thank God!
I didn't shoot her. I shot the dog. I shot the dog.
I felt it hit me!
Listen, calm down. Listen. Calm down. Get up.
I'm paralyzed!
Want me to help you get up?
No! I'm scared of you!
Don't be scared of me.
You get off my property!
I didn't shoot you. I shot the dog.
You 139 Met police officers are being investigated for rape and sexual assault. LBC's found their cases have been reopened because they could have wrongly been allowed to keep their jobs. The Commissioner, Sir Mark Rowley, fears they weren't looked at properly at first.
I can't look you in the eye and say that we haven't got officers who are treating women appallingly. Absolutely not. The evidence says that we do, and I'm going to sort it.
The Met say this shows how seriously they're taking winning back trust. But with hundreds of officers who potentially shouldn't be there, how long will this take? And could this mean that there's another serial rapist PC within their ranks?
When I got out of the car, a group of armed lawmen were waiting. Lawmen who spent years in the shadows of the sheriff's office. One of them, Lieutenant Trevor Murphy, the leader of the Marlborough County Sheriff's Major Crimes Unit.
There's no more smoke screens, no more anonymous tips, anonymous letters, no blurred out voices or blurred out faces. This is Trevor Murphy from McCall, South Carolina, telling you what's happening, what's been done, and why it needs to change. My guys met and we talked and said, look, now's the time. I know bringing it out is going to probably cost me my job, and it is what it is at this point, but now's the time. People are paying attention. Now it can't be covered up. I believe when you took my phone call and I presented stuff to you, I wasn't told, okay, I'll look into it, and nothing was done. You looked into it, and you got the public's attention.
That could keep everyone honest. And for the first time tonight, we'll hear from a mother whose son's case started it all.
He didn't say he went to the police station. He said he went to a garage.
To a garage, and she says beaten and held for hours.
Is now permanently closed.
It almost seems like they take people to what we consider a black site, an area where there's not many cameras, where people don't really know about it.
10-4, we're about to break in.